All right, guys, we're here at the figure eight track on my place, and I just wanted to share the figure eight that I've built and why I think it's probably hands down the single best thing you can build if you want to get better at riding a dirt bike. And I say that having built a lot of different things, I can absolutely tell you that if you can build the figure eight, it is like legit. It's the best way to get better. It's hard to explain how good this is. So what we have here is here's the back end of the figure eight. There's a cross here, and then there's the other section of the figure eight on that side over there. And I hope you guys can see that. I'm gonna walk over there. I built this with a mini excavator, which made it actually really easy to build. You basically park the mini excavator in the middle, and then you just go in a circle and you cut out your circular path. You don't need to build it with a mini excavator, obviously, but the mini excavator, you can do it in probably 2 hours, where it would take a lot of hours to do it by hand. So let me walk to the other side and I'll come back to this side. This side's a little deeper, just the way it got built. And then this is the crossover. I have like a movable ramp here, which is nice for practicing jumps and just maintaining momentum and keeping things together. You can see on this side, you get a lot of braking bumps coming in to the turn here. And braking bumps are awesome. They make you better, and they help you understand kind of the limits of braking. This side over here is a little flatter. You can see it's not as deep, and that's intentional. The rut is not as deep. It's still a good rut, but it's not as deep as the other side. And I actually, it just worked out that way, but I actually really like that. I like the fact that one side is kind of semi-flat, right? You can also tell that this diameter is a little bit smaller. I also like that. I did that intentionally. You can come out, you can see where the acceleration happens. You get it gets chopped up. And then on the other side, let me say that I built this side first. I built a circle loop here, and that was pretty awesome, but I could not ride in a circle very long. I just found it to make me super dizzy and uncomfortable. So I ended up making basically that side as well, and now it's just incredible. Okay, so let's go to the other side. There's that little ramp, which is nice. You can move it out of the way, you can go around it, or you can hit it. It's nice. You can jump into a turn, which is really nice. Helps teach you how to settle the suspension of the bike into the turn. On this side over here, you can see that this is a little bit bigger diameter. It's a really nice diameter. You can hold a lot of momentum going into this turn. And then it's pretty deep in here. This berm here, right, you can see it's cut into the ground. There's higher shoulders on both sides. You can really carry momentum here. Crazy amount of momentum, and work your way around this corner. And what's awesome about a figure eight, or at least this size of figure eight, is it doesn't get totally boring right away, because it's big enough to where you can really get some speed and have a good time. But I just say that the biggest thing about a figure eight is you can just come out here and you can just practice turn after turn after turn. You can practice just your standing technique. You can practice your sitting forward technique. You can practice leg out. You can do all kinds of things, and you can just figure out where that traction is going, how the bike is handling, how your suspension is feeling, where to put your weight on the bike, forward and backward. Also, the nice part about this area here is this is actually irrigated pasture, right? So in the summer, that side will get completely dry, right? Because the water comes down the hill, and this side will get completely wet. And you'll just have this diversity of terrain or soil moisture, right? That'll just really teach you how to get the most out of the soil, right? You could say, well, it's probably time to kind of fix these chopped up areas. I actually kind of like it. I actually kind of like challenging myself to ride the chop. It's really good. Anyways, you can easily convince yourself to build ramps and build all kinds of fun obstacles and things like that, and those things are awesome too. But if you just purely want to get a handle on how to properly turn a dirt bike, there is absolutely no better thing to build than a figure eight. Yeah. If you guys have any questions on how I built this, just let me know. It's really easy with an excavator. Definitely takes a little bit more work with a shovel. And it just kind of depends on what your soil is like and how many rocks you have. We have a lot of rocks here, so you kind of have to own an excavator to move dirt around here. Anyhow, let me know if you guys have any questions, but if you guys can build this on your property, I highly recommend it.